Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we keep you up to date with what's going on in Fresno and in the entire valley. We like to meet businesses that are doing something cool, people having events, people making movements in our community. This is a place for everybody to talk and to get the word out. Now, there's something very big coming up here in about a month or a couple weeks, I think, and we've invited Kaya Herron to talk to us about it. It's a census.
Yes, it is, and thank you so much for having me on today.
I was asking you, I had no idea. I thought I didn't get counted. I thought they already had it because they've been talking about it so much. So when is this all going to happen?
So Census Day is officially April 1st, 2020, but the Census Bureau is going for a new approach this time. They're actually pushing everyone and asking us to complete the census online. Yeah, and so we're going to get postcards in the mail that have a QR code and a link that we can actually go online and fill out that census form.
Okay, and that makes sure you're getting the right person or something like that.
That's exactly right.
Now, you are focusing on a certain community that's been undercounted. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I work for the Fresno Metro Black Chamber of Commerce, and we advocate for the interests of African Americans. And unfortunately, in the 2010 census, nationwide, 800,000 Black people were missed in the last census. And when you look at the numbers, that translates to about $16 billion that were lost for our communities. So it was important for us to get involved in the upcoming 2020 census because we know that it's going to change our future.
And I don't know if there's ever been an effort like this in the past, has there?
The state of California has made a amazing investment in communities of color and hard to count communities across the state. They've actually made the largest investment in the nation in the census. So we can say it's been done, but not the way we're doing it.
Not the way well, now there's all this technology and stuff like that. Now, is the your target that you're going after Black people, I guess?
Yes.
Because it's called My Black Counts.
Yes.
That's what your movement is. Are the people of color less likely to have computers?
So not that they're less likely to have computers, but that they are more likely to have a lot of the factors that make someone hard to count. So being that you live in a household with more than 4 people, that you may or may not have a high school education or a GED, that you've had some kind of encounter with the criminal justice system, or that your housing situation is unstable. All of those things can make you harder to count, and African Americans have a lot of those instances.
Well, I can tell you, my mom, if she has to be counted on a computer, she's not going to be counted.
Yes.
That's got to be a worry for you guys. So is there another option besides going online?
Yes, there is. So you can fill out the census in 3 different ways. You can fill it out online, which is the preferred method. You can fill it out by the phone, which you can have assistance in 13 languages. You can find that information online, or you can actually request a paper questionnaire the same way we've always done it and have the Census Bureau send you the form in the mail.
Now, what happens? You said 100,000 didn't get counted?
800,000 weren't counted. It's a lot.
Wow, that's a giant difference. Now, what is a consequence to funding from the government, to congressional districts?
Yes.
What are some of the consequences of not being counted?
They're far-reaching consequences. When you look at the programs that are funded by census data and census numbers, a lot of those are like the school lunch program, the SNAP program, WIC, Women, Infant, and Children, as well as funding for roads, schools, and infrastructure, including hospitals and public safety. So as many people that are counted in the census, that's where those resources come from. Right. Each person that's counted every year is worth $2,000. So over a period of 10 years, each person that's counted, you and I, $20,000 each. So both of us, you're looking at $40,000 right now.
And you multiply that by 800,000.
That's $16 billion that were lost.
And what specifically are you going to do to reach your community?
So we are contracted with the County of Fresno to serve as our African American demographic hub, meaning that any organization that works with Black people that needs help in reaching out to their community can come to us for best practices and strategies. Nice. And we'll be hosting events and programs to share information about the census with our community, especially through the programs that we already have at the Chamber. But that includes going out to different events that are targeted at different populations. So later this month, we'll be going to the Hippity Hop event that's being hosted by Fresno EOC and their WIC to reach out to kids, children 0 to 5, because they're one of the largest populations that go undercounted.
They don't get counted. So I know a guy who's homeless.
Yeah.
He may not be counted, for
yes.
example. And people who are kind of just stay at people's houses transitioning, through, or maybe they just were in some trouble and they don't have their home right now. They're staying with somebody. Those are hard to count.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Now, who wouldn't want to be counted? Are people afraid to do the census? Some people?
Yeah, there's some people that are afraid, and I think that speaks to our national narrative right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's easy for me to say that I'm confident in taking the census, but people need to know that it's safe, that our information is protected, and that there's no other agency outside of the Census Bureau that's allowed to use it.
And it's confidential.
And it's absolutely confidential.
In fact, they won't even release the census, the names, for years, right?
For 72 years.
72 years. So if you could be counted, nobody's going to find you for 72 years. So.
72. That's a long time.
What about people who are, I don't want to say illegal aliens, but in the country without documentation?
So that's the great thing about the census. The purpose of the census is to count all of the people that live in the United States because we all use the resources. So no matter your status, you're counted because you're here.
So there's nobody who should fear being counted for
No
any
one.
reason whatsoever.
No.
ICE can't know about it. The county, the sheriff can't know about it. Nobody will know what's in the names. They'll know the data. Will know how many people are counted.
Right? Not even your landlord. They won't be able to access how many people are actually living there.
So if you have extra people sleeping on your couch or something, there's no fear.
There's no fear. And it's better that you count them because we know that they need access to those resources.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be there unless they needed your help.
Yeah. So Fresno, for example, we may be getting less resources from the state and federal government because people were undercounted in Fresno last year. Now, will you just do the city of Fresno, the county of Fresno? What area are you going to target?
So we're targeting right now the city of Fresno, specifically hard to count census tracts in 93706 and 93721. These are downtown and southwest areas where we know that there are historic African American neighborhoods and where there are people that will need a little bit more assistance. We'll also be offering questionnaire assistance at our office and have 3 computers available and staff to help people fill out the census.
So some people come right to your office and do it. That's
That's
why
right.
I send my mom down there to do
Please
that.
do.
Anyway, and how are you getting the word out? This show, of course.
Of course.
We'll get the word out.
Yes, we're also participating in an online social media campaign and pushing the My Black Counts campaign that's statewide. And it's about 30 different grassroots African American organizations that are sharing the My Black Counts message. But we're also going to different events, hosting tables, and sharing as much as we can every space that we go to.
I've learned a lot already.
Thank you.
So, but I do see some TV commercials and stuff on and some different resources out there. I hope we're reaching everyone.
Yeah.
But you guys will be going door to door a bit?
Yes, we will. So we'll be participating in canvassing activities, so actually knocking on doors and sharing census information. And some of our other local community partners will be doing phone banking. So if you get a call, answer the phone because they want to tell you about the census.
Nice. Be nice when they call you guys. So.
Please.
Well, fabulous. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
Please check our website, www.fmbcc.com/events, to see all of the places where you can come and connect with us. And then also follow us on our social media channels at Fresno Metro BCC. That way you can keep up with us when we're out and about on the town. And shout us out if there's someplace you'd like to see us come share this information.
Okay, tell them what FMBCC stands for.
The Fresno Metro Black Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. FMBCC.com, Fresno Metro Black Chamber of Commerce. So FMBCC.com. If you know somebody they don't know what to do about the census, they could go to that site,
Yes.
FMBCC.com, and get more information. Or you can call them. They'll help you fill out the form. They'll help you do everything.
Yes.
It's the law that you have to be counted. I think people can't say, I don't want them to help. I think it's the law that you must be counted.
That's
so,
right. It is required by law. We haven't seen anybody be prosecuted for not doing it, but don't be the first one.
Don't be the first. Don't find out. Don't be a trailblazer. So if I get a card in the mail, they tell me what to do. I just ignore it. Is somebody eventually going to come to my house and count me?
Yes, they
Yeah.
will. So right now, we should see postcards coming out in the mail March 12th. And then that following week, if you don't respond, they'll send you another postcard. And then on Census Day, if you haven't responded, then they may send you a paper form. And after that, they're going to do non-response follow-up, which means you didn't follow the instructions we gave you, so we're going to come and see about you.
We're going to come talk to you about
That's right.
it. Let's say I had a kid in college out of town. Do I count them at my house? Or do they get counted at college?
So they should be counted at college. The United States Census Bureau is going to do close quarters enumerations, so places like dorms or any place where people are staying in more than 5 rooms together, right?
Okay.
But you should count them.
I should count them?
No, I'm sorry.
Don't count them.
No, don't count them.
They'll
on your
get
phone.
counted. They should be
They'll
counted.
get counted.
And
Yes.
so anybody that lives with you, like most of the time, you should be counted. Or if somebody's
Yes.
living in your backyard or something, make sure they're
Especially.
counted. Don't let anybody go uncounted.
That's
the
right.
message. Okay.
Because we all matter and we should all be counted.
Very good. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
No, just thank you so much for taking the time to let me share today. And
We're going to
remember,
have you back again before the census. That's for
I'll
sure.
be back for sure.
If you didn't get this information, or if you're confused, or you didn't write down fmbcc.com, call me here at Central Valley Talk. I'll put you right in touch with Kaya.
Yes.
We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.